SSANU and non-academic staff of universities to begin 7 days warning strike March 18th over 4 months withheld salaries. Wow. Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities and non-academic staff union of the university as well have actually started a strike or about to start strike, and that will start on March 18th. And it's a 7 days warning strike. Over 4 months of unpaid salary. And this is Tróùbĺè government that has promised to make sure education goes smoothly. Even the student loan and student grant that he promised, we can't find them. Meanwhile, the schools have increased their school fees. What? This government? No wonder they call APC all promises cancelled. Now you say we are losing lecturers to foreign countries. We are losing all our technocrats and losing all our skilled people from Nigeria to other countries. It doesn't bother you. And now the ones that are around, you are promising them heaven and earth, but you can't pay them. Why? Meanwhile, people are looting money every day. We are seeing billions and trillions of nairas and dollars being looted and being chased under investigation. But pay the doctors, pay the nurses, pay the lecturers, both as staff and the non-academic staff of the academic section. You cannot pay them anything. Now, wow. The National Executive Council of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SSANU, has approved a 7-day warning strike starting on March 18 over the federal government inability to pay members the 4 months withheld salary. The 7-day warning strike is expected to commence immediately after the Joint Action Committee comprising SSANU and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, Nasu, ratify the date this week. Okay. Recall that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had directed that workers in the public universities that embarked on a prolonged strike in 2022 but were not paid salaries within the period of the strike by the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari should be paid for 4 months. Okay. Now, while the Office of the Accountant General Federation has paid the Academic Staff Union of the University, that the ASU, the 4 months as directed by the President, the 3 unions of non-teaching staff are yet to be paid. At its 47th National Executive Council meeting at the Federal University of Technology, Akure, Futa, Ondo State, members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities voted unanimously for a 7-day strike, which should be followed immediately with an indefinite strike if the government remains adamant. Speaking after the decision was taken, the SSNU President, Comrade Mohammed Ibrahim, said what played out at today's meeting clearly is that members have unanimously resolved that they will not accept this injustice meted on us because there is no explanation that can scientifically or naturally be given to anyone as to why one group of our staff is paid and then the other 3 groups are left. Therefore, we have given the next 1 week where members will go back to their branches and sensitize our members. This time around, it is going to be a total strike. For 7 days, there will be no water, no electricity, no medicals, no office work. Everybody will leave his office work until when those 7 days reach. However, we are hopeful, we are prayerful that the government listens and then do the needful, because if we also know that we have a responsibility, by society, for the university and for our students. So nobody should blame us if this thing happens, because we have given enough notices, we have made enough sensitization, and we have contacted enough stakeholders. So it is going to be total. It is going to be total blackout in all campuses, all through Nigeria in those 7 days until when that money is paid. Okay, so ask what will happen if the government remains adamant after the 7 days. warning strike, the SSNEU president said clearly our organs and based on our constitution, we will work with the provisions, and that by Monday today, we said our members should go back, advertise for meetings, and then by Tuesday, they are supposed to meet in all the branches, and Wednesday, they are supposed to return the feedback of the sensitization. And then the Joint Action Committee leadership, made up of the national officers of the two unions, Nasu and Ssanu, will meet in Abuja by the weekend to declare the strike, which will start on Monday, the 18th of March 2024, which will last 7 days. If government decides to do the needful and listens carefully, then leaders will meet to review the situation, that is opposition. Okay. Reminded that the JAC had earlier given an ultimatum to the government on the same subject matter, Ibrahim said. That ultimatum was to sensitize government that if nothing is done, we will take this decision. Now the decision has been taken. We are now at the level of implementation. So that is how we work. Our union has organs, and we do not just wake up overnight and take decisions. And because we are also law-abiding, we try to exhaust all avenues where peace and tranquility can prevail, and reasonability too. So this is what happens. So there is no longer any other ultimatum. It is just the date for the strike. But things will be done between now and then we will just hit the ground running. That is our position. All right. So that means that if within the 7 days from March 18, the government refuses to do the needful, then from there, indefinite strike will start. That is it. From there, indefinite strike will start. And somebody say, go ahead with the strike, please. The life is something else. This is not the best time for any strike in Nigeria now. Problems are plenty already. Not really. So if problems are plenty, may the people die, Abi. Meanwhile, the people in government are looting and embezzling the fund every day. And so say, which way JAC in institutions? What is JAC? Amicable settlement is what's needed here. We have not yet recovered from the effects of the last strike, please. Why are you begging them? Now go and beg your government to do the needful. So I told a year-old man, go and beg the government. Let the government do the needful. You can't be playing on the intelligence of your workers and expect the best performance from them. You can't get it. Some serious people, if you have good work or handy, will you be on street and calling for strike? Go and strike. You will see your disgrace. Can you imagine? Look at all these Millicon supporters. They don't want to even see the side of the government and make sure that they're doing needful. Someone say old stuff, junk journalism, no date anywhere except 2017 and 2022. You did not read very well. They are saying March 18. They said March 18. Okay. They said March 18. Okay. So they have had serious meetings since. All right. And someone is saying, you forget that payment of salaries helps the economy and increase money in circulation for small businesses to thrive. It is not only salary earners that benefit. Please be informed and be so guided. Working without pay for 4 months, there is God who, that is small thing. There is God who, labor unions allow the nation to have peace. ASU, Nasu, Ssanu, medical unions, teachers, Pengasan, Nupeng. Don't worry now. If you have a job, you know what it means to work without being paid. ASU were paid only 2 months, not 4 months. So why the 2 months? And why didn't you give Nasu 2 months as well? Academic Staff Union and federal universities were paid 4 months withheld salaries of 2022. So somebody has verified it again now. You are not in touch with the reality. Okay, ASU paid 4 months. That is it. Yeah, nice. What did that mean? So my president, no go breathe, biko no. Buhari, when create this Aroforofo day house with swollen evil leg, now they look like cow. It is about to go down. So that is exactly what is happening anyway. They are ready to go on that strike, and they say no light, no water, no security, nothing in the university. So that means that everybody will be forced to leave the school. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.